Hello, Rebel retirees. Welcome back to Rebel Retirement. I'm Marlene, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm pulling back the curtain on our very own monthly retirement expenses. Talking about money can feel really personal, but considering that the average two-person retired household spends roughly $4,400 per month, I want to give you an idea of what our retirement expenses look like. We all have different ideas of what retirement should look like, and your budget and lifestyle will reflect your personal choices. My hope is that by sharing our numbers and our approach, you'll see that retirement isn't about living someone else's dream. It's about shaping your own life with the resources you have. Welcome back to Rebel Retirement, where we talk about all things retirement and how you can determine what you value based on a just-in-time retirement mindset. Let's dive in. Here's my philosophy. I don't use a spreadsheet or any kind of budgeting tool. I know what the basic household expenses are and keep them in my head. Yes, some months we spend more than others, but it's a reflection of what we value from month to month. For example, David just needed to replace his laptop and smartphone. So those were additional expenses that added up to about $1,100 over June and July. I also needed some new wheels for my truck in July. That was for my 2011 Yukon. And that added up to $1,000, which included the wheels, the lugs, and the installation. Also, my granddaughter stayed with us for a week in August, and I bought her some new school clothes, and we took an outing to a water park that isn't part of my regular monthly expenditures. I made it a practice years ago not to labor over our bills. We live debt-free and we live in the flow. That means we keep it simple and live within our means. We spend where it matters most on what we value. We don't let money control us. We let it support us. So here's a breakdown of our most recent monthly expenses. Let's talk the numbers. Our monthly retirement expenses have a few main categories. These are approximate amounts rather than exact cents for the month of August. I charge just about everything to American Express or Costco Visa. I never carry a balance and pay off the balance each month. I do this for the cashback incentives, and my most recent cashback was $89. So this category is food and household, miscellaneous from hardware, Amazon, David's computer. This is all under the umbrella of American Express, which I charge, like I said, for the rewards, and then I pay it off when the bill comes. I never carry it over. So groceries, household supplies can run us anywhere from about $600 to $800 a month. And I take advantage of sales and look for the weekly discounts on meats. And I use my food saver for freezing meats that I buy on sale in bulk. And sometimes I get a red tag discount on natural chicken cuts and meats that the store is trying to sell before the best by date or the use by date. I prepare our meals from scratch. We rarely eat out, perhaps a couple of times a year, and that's generally at a fast food restaurant, not a sit-down restaurant. Because this includes household items like detergent, toiletries, toilet paper, hardware, Amazon purchases, and David's computer, this category for August was $1,800. Now, I want to add that this figure also includes $95 for our internet broadband, $85 hosting services for our websites and my newsletter service, and $11.95 for InReach. That's a two-way satellite communicator that we highly recommend to anyone that travels. And I'll put an affiliate link to that in the description below so you can check that out. Next up is transportation. Transportation for August came to around $274 because we had a $110 oil change and filled up 2 tanks of gas because We had company and drove around a little bit with our granddaughter, and then we drove her back to Idaho. We usually spend about $75 on gas about every 6 weeks. We don't have a car note. We own a reliable used Yukon, and David's truck is rarely used. We pay annually for our car insurance to get the better rate, and that bill comes in the fall and is around $1,500. We also have seasonal tire changes that cost $100 a pop, one in the spring to remove our Blizzak winter tires, and one in the fall to put them back on in the winter. So for August, excluding the auto insurance, which we haven't been billed for yet, and the seasonal tire change, we spent $274 on automobile and transportation expenses. Next up is our utilities. We don't have natural gas, only electric, and we don't have any air conditioning. And our latest electric bill for August was $140. We have a well and septic, so there's no water and sewerage bill. The electric bill will go up in the winter to around $650. So for August, we spent $140 on utilities. And under this category, I'll put $38 a month for garbage pickup, even though that's not a utility. I'll put it under this category. Next, we have entertainment. Frankly, I don't even factor in entertainment. Most of our entertainment is free. I'm always looking for free activities to do. We've had staycations and do things like that. And we also enjoy gardening, hiking, cycling, watching wildlife in our yard. A lot of nature viewing like that. And we also enjoy free opportunities in our community, such as seminars, plays, fairs, parades, etc., free museums, things like that. And I'm presently attending a free Tai Chi class that goes through February of 2026. And that's being offered by a person in the community that holds it at the local library. So that's really been enjoyable for me. We did have a motel expense in August of $181 when we brought our granddaughter back to Idaho. If something comes up that we value and want to spend money on, as far as entertainment wise, we take up the opportunity, we enjoy the opportunity, and we don't fret over the money. Here's some miscellaneous areas with little spending. We don't buy clothes very often. They last us a long time, and we still wear clothes that we purchased years ago. And if you were to look at my outdoor hiking photographs, you'd see that I'm wearing the same top and pants in many of those photographs over and over again. So we do tend to buy quality boots and shoes that last us for a number of years. Here are some areas where we don't spend. I cut David's hair every other week, so there are no barbershop expenses. I quit coloring my hair about 5 to 6 years ago, so there's no hair dye expense. We don't have cable or premium TV. We watch everything on the internet, and YouTube is an excellent source for entertainment, information, and movies. We don't have any prescription drug cost. We don't have any gym memberships or subscriptions. I work out at home with my favorite workout people on YouTube. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to share a few. And I'll put a link to Senior Shape because I love Lauren. All total expenses for the month of August, $2,395. And here's the takeaway. Your retirement lifestyle should look like you, not your neighbor, not your brother-in-law, not what society tells you. And depending on where you live, whether you have a mortgage, car note, credit card debt, student loans, your expenses will be different. Our expenses vary from month to month. Sometimes it's higher than others. And remember, those were our August expenses. For example, I didn't prorate any insurance rates. When you design a lifestyle that supports your values, you'll find freedom, not restriction. That's what our just-in-time retirement is all about. living in the now with intention and with what you value. And if you want help understanding our philosophy and just-in-time retirement, we've created a playlist for you, and I'll link that in the description below, and you can check out this playlist here. So now I'd love to hear from you. When you picture your retirement budget, what's one category you think you'll spend more on, and what's one you'll spend less on? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel for more outside the box retirement ideas. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.